qArtman! Duh!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is qArtman, and today we're going to be talking about wounds, which are in fact the main objective in Gigantic. So I figured I'd make a separate video about it because I have seen tons of mistakes being made regarding wounds and how to approach a wound and how to be successful at getting wounds. So yeah, I figured I'd do a separate video. And the first thing I want to give you an advice upon is who's going for the wound? Ask yourself that. Who's going for the wound? Of course, all of you are gonna say, well, everybody, right? Because it's the main objective. You want to be getting wounds, and that's where you are already wrong because the thing is with Gigantic, as in any other game, there are different types of characters, different types of roles. There are DPS characters in this game, there are tanks, supporters. What I see most of the time, without any reason at all, is Paco going for the wound, damaging the wound. I mean, I need to explain to you what I mean by going for wound. Obviously, as a Margrave and as a Paco and whatever hero it is, you should be going for the wound with your team. But what I mean with going for the wound itself is just to damage the wound, to deal damage to the wound. That's what I mean by going for the wound. So, a Margrave damaging the wound. Let's say, let's make up a scenario here. I want you to imagine there's this team with, let's say, Margrave, with Sven, with HK, with Beckett, and let's see what, Tyto, whatever. Let's say Tyto. So we got Margrave, Tyto, HK, Beckett, Sven. What I see a lot of time is when actually people are going for the wounds grouped up is already a fucking miracle, to be honest. You very rarely see people grouping up for a wound, and that's what oftentimes kills the wound potential. If you're playing an HK, if you're just running there alone, you're just dead without being able to do anything. But aside that, let's say you're able to group up as a team with the Margrave, HK, Beckett, Sven, Tyto. You're going for the wound, you're there now. Let's say you're at the wound. There's an HK fortified somewhere, or he's running around, jumping, mortaring, firing on the wound. Beckett doing the same. Then what I always see, there's the Margrave going for the wound itself. He's damaging the wound. What I see is Tyto going for wound, which is fine. And I see a Sven trying to damage the wound. What's wrong in this scenario? What's wrong is that Margrave is going for the wound, he's damaging the wound. That's already the mistake. Another mistake I always see is a Sven going for the wound, a Sven trying to damage the wound, which is stupid as well. So, now we know what's stupid or what's wrong in here. But how are we able to fix this, or what should they be doing instead? Margrave has insane peeling potential for his teammates. The DPS characters who are getting the wound, or let's say 95% damage on the wound, are, as I said, Beckett, HK, and Tyto. So Margrave, let's say he deals 5% damage to the wound because he's low damage, he has slow attack speed, he's just not great for wound. But he has insane peeling potential, so what should you be doing? Now, you don't need to be a fucking genius to understand this, and it kind of triggers me how many people I see doing the same mistake over and over again by going for wound as Margrave, Sven, damaging the wound. It's just insane. You don't have to be a genius to understand that. As a Margrave, as I said, peeling potential is insane. You can stun them, you can throw them around, you can focus them, distract them, you can deflect incoming projectiles. You have everything in the fucking world in order to really peel for your teammates, So the enemy's team is smart. They're defending the wound. What are they doing in the first place? They're trying to take out your DPS characters. Why? Because they're dealing the most damage to the wound, obviously. So, as a Margrave player, you're on the attack. What are you doing? What you're doing is you protect your DPS characters from the enemy TPS characters. So, you stun them, you deflate their projectiles, you focus them, as a Sven, you heal your DPS characters, you give them jump pad to jump up to negate incoming damage from melee heroes. That's what you're doing. That's what you should be doing, is to protect your DPS characters, and they will get the wound for you. Of course, this only applies if there are DPS characters going for the wound. If you're, let's say, an Uncle Sven left alone at the wound, everybody else is dead, and there's 5% damage, 5% HP on the wound, obviously try to get that 5%. But if there's DPS characters alive, try and peel for them, try and support them, because they are getting the wound way better than the Margrave and the Sven could ever, you know. So protect your DPS characters. This is an advice that will change a lot of wounds who are close, because with this strategy, it's possible to get any wound, even if it's 100 shield. It's possible to, if you just protect your DPS characters as good as you can. And then this is the first thing I want to get rid of or give you advice upon, which, because it triggered me quite a long time. Even I've seen really good players in this game doing the same mistake again and again. Especially as a Wu too. I mean, your damage on the wound isn't high, and a lot of people are triggered because I'm not going for the wound as a Wu, which is, in my opinion, complete bullshit. Because a Wu, I mean, what does he do on the wound regarding damage? He has his Q, he has his RMB, that's it. Then maybe what's your appetite reset, that's it. A perfect example of this scenario you're seeing in the background now. So I have peeled for my HK, I'm peeling for my HK rather. I'm getting rid of the Xeno who sat on him. I'm getting rid of the other players around who were able to team wipe them. And thus, when we killed them all, HK was still alive barely, but he was alive. So he was alive, we went for the other creature on their E, and it benefited us so much. We got the wound because of that, we got the creature after that because of that, and it's just what you should be doing as Wu. It's just a peel for your DPS characters when they're going for the wound. So yeah, I wanted to share this tip and advice with you guys. I hope you understand it. I hope I explained it well enough. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, subscription, or comment on this video. Make sure to check out my streaming page on Twitch, where I quite regularly stream Gigantic. Make sure to always check out my Twitter page to follow me there as well, to get notifications when I'm going online on Twitch. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.